Hello, we are back with another video with Pro Football Analyst, and we are not going to have Noah with us today. And as you can see, the face cam's a lot bigger because we are going to have a tier list of team fan bases that are panicking right now because of their team record or their team standing, and teams that are happy where they are at. And I did just record another video just right here, but I had the face cam like this the whole time, so the video was crap. So I am redoing it. So, yep. Alright, let's get straight into it. Alright, as you can see, Wireless World has something like this if you watch his channel. Happy team, happy but worried, worried, very worried, and panicking. And let's just go on and say Lions are panicking right now. They are winless. They are winless and have Jared Goff and a very bad offense and a very bad defense. All I gotta say. Alright, let's get this video actually started though. Alright, San Francisco 49ers. If it wasn't for your division, I would just have worried. But you are in probably the last in your division, so I'm just gonna say very worried at the moment. But Deebo Samuel keeps doing really good, so if you can keep getting him touches, George Kittle more. I heard he's injured though, so that's going to be really hard to keep winning games, definitely in your division. Minnesota Vikings. Noah's not going to be very happy with me, but they're worried right now because they keep winning close games to bad teams, and they keep losing close games to good teams and bad teams. They need to prove their dominance over the bad teams. Kirk is playing the best football of his life right now. Dalvin Cook is hurt but playing now. Justin Jefferson, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL at the moment. Adam Thielen, which has been very underrated this year. And their defense is not bad. I'll take their defense over the Chiefs probably. But I'm definitely going to stick with Chiefs right now. So, let's get on to the next team. Baltimore, I would definitely be happy right now. Probably best in the AFC with the fight of Buffalo Bills, but Buffalo did just lose to Tennessee Titans, so opens the top seed for playoffs just for them. Chicago Bears, I'm very worried. You have a rookie QB, which in his first start had less than a second to throw the ball on average. Did really good his next game, and then almost beat Green Bay, so maybe we're just worried. Not very worried, because you did have a winning record, now you're back at 500. So, your division isn't the hardest, but it's going to be difficult with the Vikings and Green Bay. So, Bengals. Bengals fans are very happy right now. They went from losing just every game and barely being able to pull off a win, and very happy when they did pull off a win. So, for them to be 4-2 right now, that is 4-2 or 5-1. That is very happy for them right now. I would be very happy. If they can beat the Ravens this week, I don't care if they lose the rest of the season. I would be happy with how we started it. Denver, you're very worried right now. Your defense was very overrated your first 3 games. Your offense is bad without Jerry Jeudy. Melvin Gordon was doing really good, but now he's mid at best. So, we gotta fix that. And Teddy Bridgewater's not better than Drew Lock. Yes, I'm a Missouri fan. I'm from Missouri. Cleveland Browns. Maybe you're not worried for the season, but you're very worried about the Denver game. A lot of your star players are hurt. So, that's gonna be very... Yeah, your defense is healthy besides a couple players, but if you need those running backs, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, they're out. Baker Mayfield is out. You have Case Keenum starting. That is not going to go good for you. I mean, I still have Browns winning, but not by much. Tampa Bay, they're happy right now. They're on the way to almost win the NFC Championship. NFC again. They won Super Bowl being the 6th seed last year against the Chiefs, so yeah. I bet they're pretty happy. Buffalo Bills. They're happy. Besides they lost to the Titans. I bet you they're still happy right now. So, but because you have an MVP front runner with Josh Allen. You have your defense, which has the most turnovers in the NFL. It was a very close game besides that 4th and 1 call. Should have just kicked a field goal and went in overtime. Cardinals, by far the happiest team in the NFL right now. Haven't lost, that's all I gotta say. Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna go happy, but worried. I'm a Chiefs fan. But I'm happy where we are at right now because after the Washington game, I feel like we can turn around. We only gave up 73 yards in the second half. The defense finally switched safeties with Thornhill and Sorensen. I kept saying Thornhill to switch him over Sorensen since day one. They finally are doing it, and it improved. So I feel like their defense can step up. If they blitz their corner, if they blitz dang near every play against Titans and trust their corners, they have a very good chance at winning. Colts. I'd be very worried. They're 2-4, I think. I may be wrong. If I am wrong, I am sorry. I do not watch the Colts. But last time I watched, they almost beat the Ravens, and they should have probably beat the Ravens, but choked. So, but you're very worried because your defense is not really the best. Your offense is good besides Carson Wentz. You need a better first-string wide receiver. Jonathan Taylor can only do so much. Dallas Cowboys. Blaine, my friend, you are probably really happy. But most Cowboy fans know they can turn around in an instant like it did last year and a couple years before. So happy but worried because you're scared what happened in the past can happen again. Miami Dolphins. If you get Deshaun Watson before a trade deadline, you're worried. But if you don't get him, you're very worried. So I'm just going to, let's say Miami gets him, you're going to be worried because you have a bad start to the season and you do have some good wide receivers, but your defense is not all the way there yet. Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to say very worried because I haven't really watched them much, but I do know that their defense keeps giving up big plays. Your offense, besides week 1, they did really good. Oh, yeah, during week 1, they did really good. Falcons, you're worried because you got to go against Saints and Bucks. Kyle Pitts is definitely a future really good tight end, and Calvin Ridley is. Matt Ryan's not there yet. He's over the hill. After that 28-3 loss, well, choke loss, he hasn't been the same. So, give up on him, draft a QB this draft coming up, probably. I don't even think there are any really good QBs. New York Giants, you're very worried. You're probably going to lose your division. You got to beat the Cowboys, which you didn't do. They injured Saquon Barkley, which was a very disgusting injury. You hate to see that. That was very uncalled for. It was an accident, you could tell. But that was terrible. Jacksonville Jaguars, you won 1 game. You're still panicking right now. You're very upset that Trevor Lawrence and your Urban Meyer haven't pulled out to what they said or thought that they would be, so you're panicking right now. Chargers, I would have happy. I mean, yeah, you are happy, but you see, you did beat the Chiefs once, so yes, that is good for you. But now you're losing to a few teams. You lost to the Ravens in a blowout. That hurts. Chiefs can come back against you now, since you didn't beat the Ravens. If they beat you, and you don't beat any other teams that beat the Chiefs, you're going to lose that division. Alright. LA Rams, this logo isn't updated. Neither is Washington football team. But they are happy, probably have the best defense in NFL besides Arizona. Then, offense is just incredible this year. Getting rid of Jared Goff was probably definitely the problem. Cooper Kupp, one of the best wide receivers this year. So LA fans are probably happy. Jets, I would like to say panicking, but you did beat the Titans, so I'll give you credit and say you're just very worried. But you're going to use that victory that you had against the Titans as motivation to keep moving forward. Green Bay Packers. Week 1, I would have y'all panicking, but now I'm going to go all the way from panicking to happy, because you've seen Aaron Rodgers is trying, and I think maybe he's either trying so he can get good money when he comes out, or he's just has respect for the Green Bay after drafting him and everything. And that I would have respect for Rodgers if that is true. Carolina Panthers. You're worried. You've lost 2 games straight, but I feel like you can turn around. You proved Sam Darnold is not a bad QB. He was just on a bad team. Your defense is very young and probably the second best defense in the NFL at the moment. Second to third. Patriots. You are probably very worried because Mac Jones has been really good. Not as good as a lot of people probably hoped. You don't have any good wide receivers. You have Hunter Henry, which hasn't proved to do much since he left the Chargers. Your defense has not been that good now. You let go of Stephon Gilmore. Really bad idea. Yeah, he's old, but he could have waited this year. So, very worried to worried. Raiders are worried right now because, yes, they beat Denver, but Denver's bad. They are very worried to lose their number 2 spot to Kansas City. Because Chiefs are coming up, and I would be worried right now of that whole AFC West if I was them. Washington football team. They went from having the second best defense to the second worst defense. How does that happen in a span of a couple months? Well, like 6 months maybe. You didn't lose any of those players. Or if you did, it wasn't the key ones. You have Chase Young, you have Kendall Fuller, you have Montez Sweat. Your defense is very good on paper, but on the field, it's not been that good. I'll give you props. You did sack Mahomes 3 times, though. Saints, you're very worried. After that week 1, you've just been worried and kept losing. You got a little bit too cocky. Seattle, you're worried. Maybe you could still win the division. Probably not. Probably be 3rd. And you're worrying because Russell Wilson's getting hurt and he's getting up in age, so you're scared they're going to trade him or get rid of him, which probably would be a good call. So, let's see how that goes with Russell Wilson. But I did hear that they are trying to sign Cam Newton, upgrade over Geno Smith. So, could be good for the next 2-3 weeks. Pittsburgh Steelers, they're very worried. They are very worried because they are probably in the toughest division there is. Houston, they're panicking. Tyrod Taylor's hurt again. They gotta let go of Deshaun Watson. Their offense is bad besides Brandon Cooks. Their defense is terrible. They let go of a good defensive tackle. Well, edge rusher, not tackle. You're panicking. After that loss to the Chiefs, 51-31, you ain't been the same. Tennessee Titans are definitely happy. They beat the number 1 team in the AFC and probably claim that they can be number 1, if not number 2. So, all I gotta say for that. So, that is our panic team to happy with their standing. Probably a pretty short video. We're gonna have another one tomorrow with Cowboys or Seattle Seahawks of what they need to do to keep winning or start to win. I should have Noah back for tomorrow on another Discord call. And that video, I don't know what time it will be out, but it should be out tomorrow. Or I'll have it upload Friday. And I'll have one more video Saturday. So, remember to like, subscribe, and that's it for today's video.